Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth, Cande out. Reminder, all our big on sales. You got our 2 big shows we announced so far. We got more coming for the Long Island Community Hospital Amphitheater. Chris Young, Sam Hunt, both on sale at Ticketmaster. And our birthday show at the Patchogue Theater, presented by Daisies. That is up at patchoguetheater.org. All right, 2 stories that I wanted to talk to you about. How about this? A study was done at Penn State. That's a good school, right? That we could clear up most of our traffic problems if we banned left turns. Just make most of them illegal. So researchers used a bunch of algorithms to figure out the best way to keep traffic moving, prevent accidents. And the simulations found that traffic would move smoother if we banned left turns at more intersections, and it would clear up the flow. And if you banned them near the middle of metropolitan areas specifically, and only allow left turns as you get farther away from the city center. Now, that all sounds great, but my big question, which I'm sure most of you are thinking, how do I get left? I need to go left. My deli is left. My doctor is left. Where, do I have to go right, go up and around and turn around and then go straight? If you follow my drift, that would just create traffic going right. So I don't know how this works necessarily, but yeah, they say in some cities it has worked well, where they ban left turns, and you know the big slowdown when the left turn lane is slowed down, and you're like, oh, how did I get caught in this? And you quickly try to get right to get out of it because everyone's lined up in the left-hand turn lane. Well, anyway, that's the big research. Let's ban left turns. And I say, how the heck am I going to get left? Here's another one. Careers that have gone from respected to disrespected. The top 6 that have gone from respected to disrespected. And this does not mean, I don't want you to think, when I'm going to say, because I'm sure we have people driving who do some of these jobs, doesn't mean they're bad jobs, doesn't mean that you shouldn't have it, doesn't mean that I don't think you should be respected. It just means that, generally speaking, in this poll, people think these jobs are either obsolete or just aren't as glamorous as they used to be. Top 6. Number 6 is models. Because now everyone used to be like, oh, I'm a model, and it is a big deal, you're a model. Everyone now is a model. If you have a cell phone and a social media account, you can be a model. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the big, they call them influencers now, or models, whatever you want to call them, with their 50 million followers, 100 million followers. You could be anyone. You could just wake up, in the morning in your bedroom, and you can consider yourself a model, mostly because brands and products that want you to promote them can reach out to you directly. That's the biggest thing. How do you become a professional influencer or model but really make money at it? You need the brands to reach out to you. Well, you don't have to join a modeling agency anymore. You just need a lot of followers on your social media account so you can get paid and promote products. Number 5, philosopher. Back in the day, if you said you were a philosopher, like in the real old days, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, I'm a philosopher. They very respected. Now, people just assume you have no job and maybe you're doing some drugs if you say you're a philosopher. Number 4, from great job to now disrespected. And again, this doesn't mean that it's a bad thing or that we don't love you. This is just in the eyes of the public. It is now hard to be a chef. You used to have a lot of creative freedom, big time chef. Now, look, if you're a chef at a fancy, fancy, fancy restaurant, different story. If you own a chain of restaurants, different story. But if you're just a chef at a regular restaurant, it's tough. You lose a lot of your creative freedom. You have to answer to managers and waitstaff and angry people, and it's no culinary experience anymore. It's just people who want their food quickly and not as respected anymore. I personally still love chefs. Keep making me food. Thank you. Number 3, from respected to disrespected jobs, travel agents. Again, if you're driving along and you're a travel agent, we love our travel agents. And you know what? Sometimes I just love to say, here, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. Set it up for me and just take it out of my hands. I don't want to have to worry about it. Absolutely, definitely a place for that. However, with the internet and booking our own trips certainly has become a job that less and less people do. Number 2 job, from respected to disrespected, critics. Of course, used to be a movie critic, right? Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel. Roger Ebert, by the way, I have a great story about that. Not for now, but one day. A food critic, right? The food critic would be published in the local newspaper, right? The New York Times food critic. Everybody's a food critic now. If you have a social media account, you could be a food critic. And number 1, from respected to disrespected, you probably could have thought of this yourself. It used to be luxurious. It used to be, oh my God, where are you flying to today, you wonderful flight attendant? Now, flight attendants are just babysitters trying to make it through a flight without having to kick someone off or get somebody arrested. And this, by the way, is not disrespectful of flight attendants. We love our flight attendants, so needed. But the job itself, and I'm sure if you're a flight attendant listening right now, you're like, yep, that's right. Used to be fun. Now I'm just worried that we're getting through the flight without a fight and without having to kick someone off the plane. But that is number 1, flight attendant, from respected to disrespected. My country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.